Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about this question that came up in one of the WhatsApp groups. It is coming from an LSAT archive for CR, and there was some confusion around three of the answer choices. Answer choice A, people weren't sure why these choices, which of these choices most support the prediction. So let me just review the question first, and then we will kind of jump into it. So it's about a new agriculture bill, and the author is predicting that it is almost surely fail to pass, which means the probability to fail is higher than probability to pass. And what he's saying is it is going to fail because all major party leaders have opposed it. So there is opposition. It's going to fail because there is opposition, or it's going to fail because there is zero support. That's the language I'm going to use. So support or zero support. We will start with choices B and E first because I wanted to draw the contrast of B and E with respect to A. And what I have done here is drawn a diagram which kind of shows, like, let's assume about 100 of these bills come into question, 50 succeed and 50 fail, right? That's an example. And out of those, some are supported by at least one. There are others who are supported by 0 people. Again, fails, some are supported by at least one, and there are some who fails which are supported by 0. We don't know how many. And now let's look at each of the answer choices and see if we take certain numbers, what would the result reveal. So B says is most bills that have not passed. So not passed, which means fail. So I am looking for answer choice B here. I am looking at this side, right? It says not passed were not supported. Most bills that were not passed, or most bills that failed, were not supported by even one member of the party. So out of 50 failed, the 0 supported ones are the majority ones, and at least 1 supported ones are very less, right? This is most, this is less. So let's take 10 as the bills that were supported by at least 1, and 40 as the bill that were supported by 0 people. But what about these 50? We don't know, right? So we could take any numbers. So we could skew it in a way that says, let's assume 0 got successful when at least 1 supported and 50 got. This is a question of possibilities, not reality. So don't confuse reality with possibilities here. This is a possibility, right? And in this case, as you can see, how many bills total were supported by 0 leaders? 90. And how many actually failed? 40. So 40 over 90. So if 0 people support, there is a possibility that most of them do not fail. Only 40 fail. So 40 is less than the 50% for 90, right? So that is why choice B is not a good choice here, even though it looks like a good choice. So now we are going to look at choice number E. Most bills that have been passed, so we are talking about success here, into law were supported by at least one leader of the majority party. Okay, so we know something about these 50, and what it is saying is at least one supported is the most. So let's assume 45. And again, this is a question around possibilities and what supports the prediction the most. So let's assume 45 here. At least 45 of the bills were supported by at least one majority leader, and there were 5 that were supported by 0. What do we know about this 50? We don't know anything, right? So again, we can assume any scenario, and let's assume this scenario, that out of the bills that failed, at least 1 supported is 49 and 0 supported is 1. Again, this may be skewed, but again, this is a question of possibilities and actual prediction. So if this had happened, what is given is satisfied. But if you look at, okay, how many bills were not supported by anybody? 6, right? 5 here. And how many failed? 1. So only 1 of 6 really failed. So it doesn't support that most bills will fail to pass. And that is why E is also not a good choice. All right, finally, we are going to look at choice number A, and let's read it through. Most bills that have not been supported, means zero support, by even one leader of the party have not been passed into the law. So this clearly states that most bills, when they come in 100, if they are not supported by the party, then they don't succeed. So let's say 100 came, and out of 100 we had 60 bills that are not supported, right? Not supported bills are 60. It says that majority of them, like most of them, haven't succeeded. So automatically fail would go 40 and this would go 20. And this clearly states that since 40 failed out of 60, most will fail. And that is why A supports the prediction more than B or E. I hope this clarifies. Would love to hear your feedback on this solution and if there are any lingering doubts. Thank you so much.